Welcome to How's Your E-Presence? This is Mark Galvin, and I am the founder and owner of E-Presence. And we are producing this show. And the reason we do this is we like to help you do a little better on social media each and every day, give you a little bit of tidbit here and there. We've converted this show to a library so that you can come here and learn something brand new. Even go to YouTube and type in how to communicate better on LinkedIn, which is what we're going to talk about today. And you will find us as in those search results. We're always trying to answer new questions, right? We're trying to figure out ways that you can do social media just a little better. We've done things like, how can you grow your followers to 55,000? How can you use Canva to produce great marketing material that is really top end and save you some of those creative dollars? Well, today, what we're going to do is we're going to get into LinkedIn. So I'm going to teach you some ways that you can get LinkedIn to do a little better work for you, do some great things for you. But before we get there, just want to give you a quick tip. We are continuing to run our webinar, and you can see the banner there at the bottom of the screen. The webinar is $37.50. We bring people in. We talk about LinkedIn, try to make it work a little better for them. The goal is, and what always happens, people are seeing 400% increase in profile views when they jump in and join us on one of our webinars. You can see there, the link is e-pr.me/discount. We give a discount for those folks that are listening to this podcast. It's $37.50. Please make sure you please go and join us. We'd love for you to be there. Also, while you're here, since you're here, please subscribe to our channel. So important that you hear when we're going to throw something on that's new. You can pick up something that you haven't learned before. You get a notification. And today, for example, we're going to teach you a little bit more about LinkedIn. So that's always a great thing for you to learn, maybe a little something that you haven't seen before. So we're always trying to help you out with that. Fantastic. With that said, let's get into this. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about some of the things that you can do on LinkedIn that'll help you reach people better. LinkedIn, as we all know, is a robust platform, and there are, goodness gracious, 706 million and counting people on LinkedIn today. If you're trying to reach someone and you're sending them messages, maybe it's not working for you. Maybe what you're finding is that the people aren't responding to you. So what we want to do today is show you a new way to reach more people. So here we are. I'm going to give you an example today of some things that'll work for you. And I'm having a challenge here. Here we go. Perfect. So what I'm sharing with you is a recording from my iPhone. Here's why I'm doing this. I can't share my iPhone screen effectively. So instead of trying to share my iPhone, what I'm going to do is give you the example. And this is animated, so this is recorded right from my iPhone earlier today. You're trying to find someone to connect to. They're not responding to you. Maybe you're just trying to figure out how to break through. So these are give you some quick tips on that. Here we are. We're landing on the iPhone. This is an active screen. This is the first thing you see. There's the feed. And right here at the top, I'm going to go for a search. I'm searching for a person. We're going to search for Eric Welch, who is our director of social media. I touch that, and then I'll land on his profile. I want to send him a message. I could go straight to, and there's always more than one way to do this. I could have gone straight to the LinkedIn Messenger app in the top corner or the icon at the corner, but this is another way to do that. I want you to know this. So if I click here on the message button, what will happen is it'll take me into our messages, and I'm speaking directly to Eric. Now, I've got a couple things already built into the feed, and that's what you see here. But if you're already communicating with someone, you will see the history of your communications. If you have not, this will be a blank page. Here's the first thing I want to do. I would like to send him a message that's just a voice message. Maybe in this case, I just had lunch with him, let's say. Just had lunch with Eric. He's a very important person to me, and I want to connect with him personally, continue to build that relationship with Eric. The thing that's important to know here is that for me to do that, I want to break through, and I'm resharing this because I want you to see my sound or hear my sound. here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull him up on LinkedIn. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen, and I'm looking for this little icon on the bottom, which is that microphone. When I touch that microphone, watch what happens. This icon appears. What it's asking me to do is touch that little larger now microphone, and I need to hold it. And while I hold it, I can leave a message. If you go too quickly, LinkedIn will tell you, as you will see here, they're going to tell you that, oh, you got to record at least 1 second. So I got to hold that down, and I can start speaking into it and record a message. I did this before. I want you to see what happens. It pops up like this. You can see the little icon. What do we want to do next? Let's go back and listen to it. So this is, we'll flip over to the live version of LinkedIn. And here's actually what I said. Eric, it was great seeing you today, and I enjoyed lunch. Thanks for the time. So quick message, right? Not a lot there, right? Not a lot of time. It's actually a lot faster than trying to type all that out. You can say something personal about what happened in that lunch today. You could say something that you think is a good follow-up for them, but that's a great way to communicate with someone. And I'll guarantee you, they're going to find that is something as you're going to stand out. So there's other things in the feed as I show you here, as you see it going up and down. What I want you to know is we can send a video. We're going to show you how to send a video, or you can send a GIF, and that's what's at the top of the screen. How do you do that? Come down to the bottom of the screen, and you'll see there's the plus sign at the bottom of the screen down here. That plus sign opens up a different menu, and there's that menu. So there's a lot of things here. You could probably recognize this. If you want to put an attachment, you can attach a PDF. You could attach a contract, quite frankly, if you wanted to. Anything that you would attach normally, you can do here as long as it is on your mobile device. Photos, of course. I have a photo that's in my photo stream. Maybe I took a photo at lunch. I just saved it to my phone. I could share that photo there. I can bring up the camera. If I'm going to take a still, this is important. That's a still shot. I could take a still shot with the camera and send that to them as well and leave a message. But what I want to do today is I want to share this with you. Let's send a video. I had someone do this to me, and I was not, is a better way to put this. I was not going to respond to them. I honestly decided, they had sent me a note. I said, too many people are hitting my feed. I don't want to respond to this person because I got too much going on. They sent me a video, and they got me to respond to them. Now I'm still good friends with them as a result, a good LinkedIn friend. Never met them in person, but I responded to them by video. So if you touch the video button, watch what happens. I'm going to touch it, and then the next thing that's going to pop up is a screen that's activating the camera. Automatically, it activates the camera. That is the back facing camera, but I want it to be the front facing. So we're going to flip it around here. I'm going to touch that button in the top corner. So this button right here will flip it back to me. So I've done that, and whoa, wow, I'm really large on my screen here. So that's a little startling. And you get to see my green screen behind me. That's what that is. So I'm sitting here in the office. How does that work? I'm going to hit the little button down there at the bottom, the camera icon, and it will start to record. So I press it there. There's my finger, and I start to record. Now, I did this before. I went through the whole process. You can review the video. You can make sure you like it. You can play it. If you don't like it, you can hit an X and re-record. But what does that look like? Well, let's go to the live page, and you can see here's the message I sent. And I focus in this case on him and on it being his birthday. So since it's his birthday, we're going to pretend that I sent him this message. Hey, Eric. Hope you're doing well. I saw it was your birthday today, so I thought I'd send you a quick note to say happy birthday. I hope your day is fantastic. Now, hey, it's going to repeat. I got to stop. Hope you're doing well. That's good, right? He's going to get the message unless he hits pause. Here's what's great about this. Maybe you feel like that's awkward. I'm going to tell you what. If you send me a birthday message that way, I'm going to respond to you. And the reason is no one else is doing that. No one. There is no one doing it. I am telling you, you do this. Maybe it's a little awkward. There's nothing wrong with that because it shows you're human. And if you're human, that sort of thing may not be natural to you. For the kids that are 25, well, maybe 27 years old and younger, that this is probably not a big deal. In fact, they would do this all the time to each other. This is a great way for you to connect to people. Send them a message. Tell them you're interested in talking to them. Tell them you understand that they are busy. Whatever it is that makes good sense for you, we would love for you to just simply say that in that message. And what you're going to find is that you're going to get more attention by sending that type of message. So again, just come down, hit the little plus sign down here in the corner. It'll expand this, click the video button, and you're golden. All right, what else are we going to talk about today? Let's go in and talk about the GIF function. So that's down here too. I love GIFs. It's a great way to express yourself. And it's probably not as, awkward than sending a message or sending a video message. So let's take a look here. I'm going to go down. I'm going to touch that little GIF function, and I get this search. I'm going to touch the search bar, and that's what I did here. And I'm going to search for happy birthday. We're on the happy birthday thing. So watch what happens. I'm going to type in there. There we go. Happy birthday. When I get here, I'm going to start looking through the options for happy birthday. A page down. Maybe I don't like what's at the top. I look for something I do like. And I will tell you, there's a lot of happy birthday options on here. I do like to page down a little deeper. Today's example, I actually pick one at the top. But you may want to page down a couple of pages. Why? If you do, you might be able to find something no one else is using. Now, people are using GIFs. People are using GIFs more and more often. These are even coming from other sites where maybe they're being used on Facebook. So page down, find one that connects, that you feel like will connect to your particular audience, the person you're trying to communicate well, and click on it. So there we go. I clicked on that one. There's the happy birthday GIF. And it's again, great way to stand out, a better way than just typing in happy birthday. Never, ever, ever send just a happy birthday note when you can send out a GIF. Here's the active page, and you can see how it continues to animate there on Eric's page. So cool stuff there. I wanted to share this with you today because I always get people asking me questions about how can you make LinkedIn work better? How can I not look like I'm stalking somebody on LinkedIn? Because there's so many people that are always sending out solicitations. LinkedIn automation is alive and well, which means it's starting to turn into my mailbox at home and my email box, where I'm getting more and more people hitting my LinkedIn Messenger with solicitation. This is a great way to break through that, because if I get a video message from you, I know that this isn't LinkedIn automation. You are truly interested in me. Make sure you connect to them in some way. Make sure you say their name. There are some people who will not think that this is authentic unless you use their name. Lots of ways to communicate with this. I would encourage you to think of this. I try to do this when I'm looking for a podcast guest. I'm always looking for someone who can speak to the content that we're focused on, social media for business, the how-to questions. How can I make Facebook work better? How can I make my Facebook group work better? So I'm always looking for people like that. I may find somebody on LinkedIn. I could go to that person. Let's say that person is Eric. I could send Eric a message on LinkedIn and say, Eric, I ran across your profile. I find what you're doing is very interesting. So much so, I'd love for you to be a guest on our podcast. This is our podcast. Here's where you can find it. Go check out howsyourpresence.com. You can find it there. You can find us on YouTube. If you think you have something you can add to the conversation, let me know. And I'd like to jump on the phone, have a quick chat, and then schedule a date for you. Imagine if you got that type of message from me for a podcast, you'd probably get back in touch with me. Even if you weren't interested, you'd say, gosh, you know what? You're really standing out. So that's what I have to share today. I wanted to make sure you guys all got to know some of those things. There are lots of great things that are out there on LinkedIn that'll help you do more on LinkedIn. If you run across something that you think I should talk about, send me a note. You can find me at ePresenceMG. That's my handle everywhere. It's on LinkedIn, it's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, at ePresenceMG. Now, for our company website, you can find us at epresence.me. That's epresence.me, epresence.me, because it's all about you. Well, keep in mind, we continue to do our webinars. We're running them throughout this year. We're trying to help people who are out looking for a job. So if you know someone who's looking for a job, who's furloughed, who's maybe in an ambiguous spot where they are, like I know in Atlanta, there's Delta is talking about laying off a ton of people in November. They're all going to have to clean up their LinkedIn profiles. You can come join me on my webinars, and they are, let's put that link up there. There it is. ePresent is E-PR. So it's shortened for ePresence, e-pr.me/discount. Go there, grab the discount that you see for the webinar or for the podcast guests, and we'll get you in there for $37.50. Some great things that we'll do for you. You'll find that 90% of recruiters are using LinkedIn, so you'll get more job offers. The people who are hired through LinkedIn or that are sourced through LinkedIn are 40% less likely to leave that job in the first 6 months because they're able to make sure you're a fit. So that's really important. If you are looking for an ROI from on LinkedIn, we also help you out on that. Like this is a message. This is a great thing for people that are in sales today. We cover a lot of that type of content. 80%, 87% of LinkedIn messages are returned when your profile is robust. So if you're sending messages and you have a bad profile, that will make everything you've done have no wind. You'll have no wind in your sales. So you'll need to make sure you have a great profile. So for $37.50 right there at e-pr.me/discount, you can join us. And by the way, you join us, you don't like it, I'll refund your money. So your $37.50 comes back to you, and I'll pay you for your time. I'll give you $20 for your time because your time is valuable. I know it's that good. I'm willing to put the money where my mouth is. All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us here on How's Your ePresence. Check out our website. We are a full-service social media agency. We help out companies on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. We help people grow their audiences. We, on our advertising side, we will give you $4 of revenue for every $1 in ad spend. If you think about this, we'll give you $4 of revenue for every $1 in ad spend, and that is in the first 6 months. If you don't see that in the first 6 months, we'll give your money back for that. We are so confident. And as a matter of fact, after a year, we endeavor in the second year to bring you $11 for every $1 in spend. And we do that through a variety of things, making sure we have a great marketing plan as well as great landing pages for you. So if you like today's content, don't forget, make sure you click that subscribe button. Please subscribe. We'll let you know when we're online. That way you can pick up all this great content. We do thank you for joining us today. It is a pleasure to spend time with you guys. We are always trying to do our very best to provide you with great quality content here on How's Your ePresence. Shoot us a note. If you have a question about something, we would be happy to try to make sure that we'll find an expert to talk about it, or we'll talk about it so that you can stay on top of your social media. This show is produced by ePresence. Our producer is our director of social media. He's also our general handyman, Mr. Eric Welch. Until next time, I am Mark Galvin, and this has been How's Your ePresence? Yes, how's your ePresence? Here we go.